What's up everyone, it's once again, and today we're going to be talking about the main character, or at least who we thought was the main character of Danganronpa V3, KAEDE AKAMATSU, the ultimate pianist. Yeah, I remember when the first trial actually happened and it was said to be KAEDE who was the actual murderer. I know, me, along with so many other people, that this was actually the biggest twist in probably Danganronpa just altogether. It was one of the crazier twists of her actually being the killer. She was, this character who was trying to instill hope into everyone, trying to be like, look, we can all get out of here as long as we believe in each other, as long as we work together. That was her. She was kind of like the Makoto of Danganronpa V3. And when this was revealed that she was actually the murderer, or at least that's what they thought, at least in the first trial, this was actually one of the biggest shocks to me. We don't get a lot with KAEDE in terms of her backstory. We just know that she was really good at piano. She practiced like day in and day out. She was kind of similar to Chiaki in a way, where Chiaki would play video games and would not pay attention to anything else. Like she wouldn't eat, she would be walking and she wouldn't even pay attention to where she's going. That's kind of how KAEDE was. When she would play piano, she didn't really focus on a lot of other things, and she wouldn't eat because she was just so passionate in learning and playing piano. And then obviously we figure out that she is a part of the rest of the characters in this class of 16 students within Hotspeak Academy, or I think it might be a different name because it's not necessarily Hotspeak Academy. The story with Danganronpa V3 is definitely a lot different. But we know that they're in this killing game. Obviously the main villain, or the mastermind, I guess you could say, of Danganronpa V3 is Mugi, and this is where we meet all the characters, and we meet KAEDE, and her main friendship, or the main relationship that she has in this game, or for the brief moment that we know her, is with Shuichi. Obviously, everyone knows they're very close with one another, even in this short amount of time, where she's only there for the first part of the game. They have a really close friendship. They definitely care a lot for each other. I know a lot of people like myself kind of ship them because they do just kind of, have a lot of good chemistry with each other. They want the best for each other, they care for each other, and this is very evident within the first trial. Now, obviously, when all this starts, she's trying to help everyone, but eventually it gets to the point where everyone else is just kind of, sick of it. They've been trying for so long to try to get out of the killing game, and nothing's working, and they're just like, KAEDE, we know you want the best for us, but eventually you gotta understand, there's no way out of here. Like, whoever is keeping us here, they didn't want us to leave, and if there was a way to leave, we probably would have found it by now. And so they're losing trust, and this was kind of hard for KAEDE, because she was trying to rally them up, trying to lead them out of here, and it was just failing, it wasn't working. And then Shuichi tells her, oh, he has a plan to try to cast the mastermind, and this is when we figure out that KAEDE, about halfway through of learning of what Shuichi's plan was, that she had her own plan, and she was actually just going to try to kill the mastermind due to what Shuichi was saying. Shuichi was like, look, there might be a mastermind that comes into the library, and when this happens, I'll have a picture that will flash, and I'll figure out who the mastermind is. And so KAEDE, instead of doing that, was like, look, if I can kill the mastermind, I can just save everyone here. Like, we don't even have to try to get the picture. If I do this right, I can set up this murder, kill the mastermind, and then save everyone. And so obviously Rentaro is also obviously doing his own thing, and this was when she uses the chop put ball, and she tries to roll it down through the vent, obviously down these layer of books, and then it would fall on the mastermind. Now, she does miss Rentaro, and you do learn this later on that Sumugi was the actual person to kill Rentaro. She was the one who was behind everything, and she knew that if the time ran out, that everyone would die, including herself, and she didn't want that. She wanted a natural killing game, and so she killed Rentaro, but made it look like it was KAEDE. And then obviously when KAEDE sees this, she sees, okay, she just killed one of her friends, she feels terrible. She's like, okay, well, at least let me try to get something out of this, let me try to help my friends the best way I can. And the main thing was she was trying to help out Shuichi, in trying to tell him that he needs to look for the truth, because we learn a lot more with Shuichi, and I'll probably do a whole another video with Shuichi, that he doesn't want to look for the truth. And so KAEDE is trying to teach him, like, look, you have to do this, because you're going to save more lives than you are going to destroy. You might have, had a bad experience with finding out the truth, but I assure you, if you don't, everyone else is going to die because you're too scared to do this. And so she kind of pushes him throughout the trial, and eventually like he starts to like he's confused throughout the whole trial, but eventually he catches on. It's like, okay, you're trying to teach me to do this because you already know who the mastermind is, or you already know who the killer is, and I know it as well. I just need to, come out and prove it to everyone and just get over my fear. And eventually he does, which ends up, they have a very heartwarming moment at the end where she says goodbye to everyone. Everyone's kind of crying. They even try to defend her at the very end. You have like Gonta and a couple other characters who are trying to defend her. But eventually she does die to one of the coolest executions. It's probably my second favorite execution, right behind Kirumi's execution. A really good execution, I love it. And that was pretty much the end of KAEDE. There's not a lot with KAEDE, but KAEDE is one of those characters where, as a protagonist, even for the short amount of time that we had her in, she's just, she's very similar to Makoto, right? But I actually think she's a really cool and interesting character, because there could have been so much more we got with KAEDE in her relationship with not only Shuichi but maybe some of the other characters, and I would have loved to see her actually stay alive. It was actually very sad to see her die. I really do like her character. She was one of my favorites in Danganronpa V3. But let me know what you guys thought, if you guys really liked her character, or if you guys wanted to see more of her, if you guys would actually like to see her again, or anything like that. And that's basically it. This is my first time doing a character analysis. I don't really know how long I'm going to be doing with these videos. I want to try to make them short and just, get straight to the point with these characters. But just let me know what you guys think. I want to do the rest of the V3 for sure. And if you guys really like this, I might do the rest of the Danganronpa characters. I might do Danganronpa 1, Danganronpa 2. But I wanted to do V3 since it's my favorite game of the series. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys next time.